Hey party people, my name's Nicole and today we are making your Halloween a little healthier with 3 recipes. Homemade Twix Bars, pumpkin gummies, and chocolate spooky rods. So let's get excited, put on your spookiest or hottest costume, buckle up, and let's make these things together. Happy Halloween! If we haven't met, my name is Nicole. I'm a registered dietitian and a fitness instructor trying to make nutrition way more fun and way less stressful. If you haven't already, be sure to press that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends and family. Today's all about making the Halloween weekend a little healthier because Halloween is full of candy, full of treats, and people tend to think they need to be an all or nothing mindset. I'm not sure if you've ever experienced where you are super healthy for a very long time and then you have this fun weekend and you just binge all the food and then you feel guilty and then you go back to restricting and the same cycle always continues. Today we're going to try to stop that cycle this year. Last year was super stressful. This year is all about having fun, enjoying our friends and family, and maybe making it a little healthier. First one we are going to make are the pumpkin gummies because I am super interested if these pumpkin gummies are actually delightful. First ingredient is your pumpkin puree. And here's the thing, you need half a cup. This is a quarter cup. I should measure it off, but I'm kind of lazy, so 2. When you're buying pumpkin puree, just double check that you're actually buying pumpkin puree. It's very easy to sometimes buy pumpkin pie filling, which just has a bunch of butter, sugar, ingredients added to it. You just want the straight up pumpkin that's full of fiber, vitamin A, and vitamin C. Vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin, so you need something with fat to help absorb vitamin A in our body, which is pretty great because this recipe also contains 1 full cup of coconut milk. And coconut milk is full of fat with, I know a lot of people say coconut is super healthy, and it is healthy, but it's not like a superfood and it's not an unhealthy food. It's like a food, medium. So 1 full cup of this, a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Per usual, I'm not gonna measure my vanilla because just like garlic, I like a little bit more than it says. 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Now this is a sweetness, so you could measure on a tablespoon, but I might want a little bit more sweetness. God forbid. So I'm putting 2 tablespoons and a little bit of salt just to bring all the flavors together. And get this. We just put this over the stove, let it come together. Crazy. Once the mixture is slightly boiling or at a simmer, take the mixture off of the heat and then whisk in your gelatin, but putting the gelatin in slowly. You want to make sure the gelatin is completely mixed throughout the mixture and dissolved, because if it's not, we're not going to get those jello-y things we like to eat all that much. What am I saying? Grab some sort of mold. I have witches and little pumpkins. Freaking cute. We're going to spray it with just like Pam. And now we pour, which is terrifying. Put these in the fridge, I think for about like an hour or 2. We'll see how long they take, and then we'll try them out. Next recipe, Twix Bars. How freaking cute are these little pumpkin pie gummies? How cute is he? Okay, y'all. Oh my gosh. So it's not like a gummy bear, which I don't know why I thought it was gonna be a gummy bear. I really was hoping gummy bear, but it's not. It's literally like a portable pumpkin pie. That's crazy. These taste so stinking good. I'm so excited for people to taste these tomorrow. Wow, I'm gonna have another one. To make the Twix Bars, we got 3 parts. They say it's simple, so let's find out. Shortbread, then the caramel-like center, and then the chocolate topping. First thing is 1.5 cups of the Bob's Red Mill almond flour. This recipe said almond, so I'm gonna stick with it. I personally would love a whole wheat flour, if I'm gonna be 100% honest, to add some fiber, because almond flour, although can be delightful, it's just really a bunch of monounsaturated fat, 4 grams of protein, 6 grams of fat per 2 tablespoons, and then 3 tablespoons of melted and cooled coconut oil. 3 of these. With these kinds of recipes, I'm always like, why coconut oil? I know back in the day, coconut oil was so freaking popular. One side says coconut oil is bad for you because of all the saturated fat, because saturated fat is linked to health risks such as heart disease. The saturated fat in coconut oil, you can actually say is somewhat healthier than maybe the saturated fat you found in beef. The fat in coconut oil does increase your bad cholesterol. It also increases your good cholesterol. Like everything, it's not a super healthy food. It's not a bad for you food. It's just a medium food. 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, a teaspoon of vanilla per usual. We're just going to eyeball this bad boy. And then a little bit of salt. And then we're just supposed to mix it up. You're gonna stir the dough until it comes together, basically like it's sticking together. If you need to add another tablespoon of coconut oil, go for it, and then place it in an 8x8 pan. Make sure your oven is preheated to 350, and we're gonna put this in there for 20 minutes after we pat it down. How stinking cute. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it smells pretty delightful. Recipe says to let it cool for 10 minutes. Also, the recipe said it should cook for only 10 minutes. I cooked it for 20. It smells like a shortbread cookie, so I don't think I did a bad thing. So 2/3 cup of peanut butter, almond butter, whatever butter you want to use. The inside is basically just peanut butter and maple syrup and coconut oil, which is great in theory because the peanut butter monounsaturated fat. We got that healthy fat, good for hormones, good for heart health. Yet then we came in with the coconut oil, which again we know is somewhat good for the heart, also somewhat not good for your heart, but it's made from a plant, so it's all just very confusing. 1/4 cup of coconut oil. Perfect. 1/3 cup maple syrup. Gotta get it to taste actually like caramel. All caramel is just sugar and heavy cream. So in that case, this actually is healthier than regular caramel because at least it has some monounsaturated fats in there and some protein. So I guess you could say this is healthier than caramel. Teaspoon vanilla, my favorite. And then just mix this. During Halloween and the holidays, there's always gonna be fun foods around, right? Like candies, desserts, fancy drinks, etc. And instead of feeling guilty, have that fun food and enjoy it. Remember, being mindful when you're eating is really gonna make all the difference. A lot of people, when they are eating candies or when they're eating foods that they deem as unhealthy, they tend to just like really inhale that food and pretend like they never ate it when in fact they did eat it. And in fact, a lot of people tend to binge eat when they're feeling guilty. If you can have your fun food without guilt, that is the #1 goal. But sometimes you also want a healthier alternative. So baking or making any recipes at home using simpler ingredients, using plant-based ingredients is more often than not going to make your foods a little bit healthier. Putting this down, and the next part is the easiest. It's the topping, it's the chocolate. For the top of the Twix, we want to melt some chocolate. So to do that, I'm gonna make like a makeshift double broiler. If you've never heard of one, it really is just something to make sure that you don't burn the chocolate on the stove. So I put a little bit of water, probably like 1.5 inches of water in here. I'm gonna put it on the stove, let it come to a small boil. And then I'm gonna put this guy on top, the chocolate in the center, and then let it melt. But instead of regular chocolate, the way we're gonna healthify it or add some fun nutrition to it is with Lily's chocolate. So this Lily's chocolate is with no added sugar. It does have some stevia and some sugar alcohols in it, and there is a lot of fiber. So remember, if you've ever had too many Fiber One bars where you get an upset stomach, same thing could happen here. Don't overdo the Lily's, but definitely a good little substitute if you're trying to have chocolate and take down some added sugar. And then we put this in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes and then put the chocolate stuff on top. So in between, we're gonna make the spooky rods. Okay, so all you have to do is make a little conveyor system. We got pretzels, we got melted chocolate, our landing strip, as well as our decorations. I got some googly eyes, teeny ones, medium ones, and large ones, and then a bunch of Halloween sprinkles from Target. This could not be easier. People who can't cook can do it. People who can cook can do it. Kids can do it. Adults can do it. Grandparents can do it. Everyone can do it. Grab a pretzel and then twirl it or just dance some chocolate on it. Ta-da! And then I'm gonna take some eyeballs. Truth be told, this is supposed to harden before you put the chocolate on, but here's the thing. It's 11 o'clock at night. I gotta go to sleep so I can wake up and work out. So I'm gonna put the chocolate on now. What's the worst that could happen? Because of the coconut oil in the middle, basically in literally all the layers, it should harden in room temperature. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator so that by tomorrow, when I'm editing, I will be able to show you what these bad boys look like. I got one, it's ready. It's been in the refrigerator for 24 hours. She's thick, she's pretty darn large, look at that. Here's the thing that I'm kind of sad about though. I thought it would be a lot harder with the amount of coconut oil I put in it. So good news, I don't think you need as much coconut oil, maybe like half of it, but she's cute. So here's the deal. This is not a Twix bar at all. Not a Twix bar. I would say it's a very soft almondy flour at the bottom. It tastes like a peanut butter chocolate macaroon. It's good, but it's not a Twix bar. So I'm gonna keep trying to find a recipe for a healthier Twix bar because I love a Twix bar. If you guys liked today's video, press that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know down below when you make these recipes and what you think of them. Have a happy Halloween, be safe, be healthy, have fun with your friends and family. Bye.